Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Phil. That's Sam.
Hey, guys. Welcome back.
We got Jeff Foxworthy again. This is going to be our second video from Jeff Foxworthy. We're doing You Might Be a Redneck If from 1973. And
1993.
Did I say 93?
1973.
Oh.
I was like, that's back a little bit too far.
I've done that before. Sometimes, I don't know, I must have 1990 dyslexia because I've said like 19, I meant to go say 1997 and I say 1977. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should have been.
Should have been born in
That's
that
what I was
era.
about to say. I was like, maybe I should have just been born in the 70s, and that's why, or lived through the 70s. Anyway, so we're coming to 1993 here, going back in time for Jeff Foxworthy, and you guys were suggesting some of the You Might Be a Redneck If. I think there's like a series of this, or he's done multiple performances related to this type of comedy. So that's playing off his southern roots, Atlanta, Georgia, and we caught a little bit of that in the last video that we did.
He was hilarious. I loved him in the last one, so I'm all for another one.
That's why we're coming back to it, because Sam enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it as well. Let's find out about You Might Be a Redneck If.
Thank you very much. It is nice to be back here. As Charlie said, I did write the book, You Might Be a Redneck If. In fact, I have to tell you, this summer I was working in Oklahoma. A guy brought one of the books to the show. The book was real beat up. And the guy came up to me. He said, "Sir," he said, "I keep this on the back of my toilet. Would you sign it?" I said, "Well, if you'll hold it, I'll sign it." But for those of you that may not know if you're a redneck or not, they asked me to do a few to try to help you out. Things like if you own a home that is mobile and 14 cars that aren't, you might be a redneck. If you take your dog for a walk and you both use the tree at the corner, you might be a redneck. If you refer to the 5th grade as my senior year, you might be a redneck. If you prefer car keys to Q-tips, you're grown, but you know what I'm talking about. If the most common phrase heard in your house is "somebody go jiggle the handle," you might be a redneck. If you've ever taken a beer to a job interview, you might be a redneck. If you see a sign that says "say no to crack" and it reminds you to pull your jeans out, you might just be a redneck. And trust me, I know about rednecks. In fact, this summer I did something I'd always wanted to do. I cashed in a ton of frequent flyer miles. I took everybody in my family to Hawaii. 13 people, thinking this would be the vacation of a lifetime. It ended up being the Clampets Go to Maui. Because you get my family together, there is an empty Kmart somewhere. They show up at the airport, they are using coolers and grocery bags for luggage. This guy kept like, "Which one's yours, the Samsonite?" It's like, "No, sir, we got the Igloo with the duct tape on it. And the 5 Piggly Wiggly bags right there." And on the plane ride over there, the movie they were showing was Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. 5 minutes into this movie, my brother turns to me and goes, "You know that ain't them dogs' real voice." My sister got mad. "Well, thanks for spoiling it for everybody else." And we were staying right on the beach. You could tell which rooms were ours. Ours were the ones with the underwear hanging off the balcony. And according to the manager, the site of the only peeing for distance contest they had ever had there. Which I am ashamed to say my Aunt Rose won in the second. My man, they don't go to hotels much. They stole everything from this place. When you get out of the shower, you are using toilet paper to dry off with, because they have the towels in the Piggly Wiggly bag. One day, one of the maids went to lunch and left her cart in the hall. Lord, they were on that like buzzards on a mule carcass. Picked it clean. I asked my brother, I said, "What are you going to do with 180 shower caps?" He said, "Christmas presents." Then his wife got mad. "Well, thanks for spoiling it for everybody else." And as much as I know about rednecks, I know that little about women. Well, that's not true. I do know this. I know women love those shoes. Lord, my wife would leave me for a free pair of shoes. My wife, she's got so many shoes now, we don't go anywhere without playing the flamingo leg game. This is where she gets dressed, puts on 2 different shoes and goes, "Hun, which shoes look better with this? These or these?"
Have you ever done that, Samantha?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Flamingo dance?
Yeah, you gotta hide one so you can get the full picture of like what it looks like without spoiling it with the other one.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before, but
Seriously?
clearly Samantha
It's a
has.
thing.
It's interesting too, the use of American brands that I wouldn't, really
Like
understand.
Kmart and Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, exactly. Piggly Wiggly's like that's a grocery store, I think, right?
I think so. Or like a dollar store or something. I think it's a grocery store.
Yeah. So you can just tell like it's everything about this is American, South of America, that Southern accent.
Yeah.
And I really like when he jumps into like even the heavier Southern accent to portray the character he's talking
Just
about.
to
He
get
does
it
it
further
so
across,
well.
like when he's pretending to be his like brother or his sister or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing I enjoy about this, like the last one that we did, the one that was like women care more about their appearance
Yeah.
than men. I liked that because I related to that one so much. Whereas
Yeah.
this one, like I don't necessarily relate to it, but I still think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I think what I really like so far with Jeff is just his relaxed demeanor and delivery of his comedy sketch and his skit. It's great. His routines are just, I feel like we're just watching him have a conversation and he's a funny guy.
Yeah,
and
I
I
agree.
really love when
He just has,
comedians
like, a
are
great
able
sense
to
of
have that
humor.
aura about them.
Yeah.
This is where she gets dressed, puts on 2 different shoes and goes, "Hun, which shoes look better with this? These or these?" I just mess with her. I don't know. Do it again. These or these? I can't decide, baby. Do it again. These? Well, I've never been in a hunting camp and seen some guy go, "Hey, Jerry, what do you think? Hunting boots? Tennis shoes? Hunting boots? Tennis shoes?" Well, I don't know, Ted. Do it again. I do know women care a lot about smell. And my wife asks me every day, "Do I smell good? Like the way I smell?" See, because if men have an odor, it's usually an accident. Charles, what is that alluring fragrance? Oh, that's Michelob. It hit a bump in the truck. And both sexes care about smell. It's just women go to trouble to smell good, and men are more like, "Hey, does this stink too bad to wear one more time? Woo, maybe I should put it in the dryer." Men love that dryer. No, you give us a cling-free, we'll find a shirt in the sewer, put it in the dryer and wear it. Summer gun ready to go right there. Warm equals clean. Figure this one out. How is it that women can lie down on the couch and take a nap without sticking their hand in the top of their pants? How do they do that? See, men have a sleep button located right there.
So you may have just seen the phone call that popped up. We had to pause the video. We're going to go back to it right now. Unfortunately, interrupted our last 45 minutes with an urgent phone call, apparently. Anyways, let's keep it going.
We take our hand and put it on that button here. Do that. See, men have a sleep button located right there. We take our hand and put it on that button here. I'm convinced women feel a sneeze coming on. Every time before my wife sneezes, she reaches into her purse, pulls out a tissue. You men have no idea we're going to sneeze. We'd be riding the bus somewhere like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ah! Oh, man, I'm sorry about your shirt. You can put that in the dryer. That'll be all right. Y'all been great. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Watch for Jeff Foxworthy in a city near you. Up next.
Well, that was Jeff Foxworthy. And would you agree with that, Sam, that you have a sneeze button and men have a sleep button?
Yeah, I can always tell when I'm going to sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can always feel it coming on. I'm like,
Well, I mean, I think I can usually tell when I'm going to sneeze.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say I probably have a 3-second window.
You're like, I got 3 seconds to prepare.
Well, I think at that time, though, sometimes you can stop yourself from sneezing too.
Yeah.
Right? You can be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, it's not a good time to do that.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of a reaction video and you feel a sneeze coming on. It's probably not going to be a great time to sneeze into the microphone.
It's funny though, because the way he described it is exactly how I feel like my dad sneezes. It's like he'll be completely silent out of nowhere, just the loudest, most obnoxious sneeze. And I'm like, how did you not feel that coming? Like,
Well, I always, well, not always, I've only done 2 videos from Jeff Foxworthy, but out of the 2 thus far, I have enjoyed checking out his comedic material.
yeah,
So
I love him. He's great.
if you guys have more suggestions down below, you can drop a comment. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching, guys.